Am I right in saying that Justin Thomas hasn't won for a while?
Yeah.
He won last week.
He did. He hasn't won for a while prior to that.
Like a week ago,
Prior
actually.
to that, it had been a while since he had won.
It was the PJ Champs. So when was that? 2022.
Yeah.
And let's face it, he probably shouldn't have won that one either.
Mito Pereira threw it away.
Oh, Mito. Remember Mito?
Yeah, that's another guy.
To Mito. I mean, it was one of those where it was a win and it was way too long coming. Literally not a direct comparison, but like between Rory winning a major or whatever. There's just a period of time that is just way too long. And Justin Thomas is way too good of a player not to have won in that time period. But I think one of the big stories really coming from that, as far as his improvements, was around his putting. And he mentioned how he went to Xander Schauffele, who he considers one of the best putters on tour, which, well, he is, and asked him for advice, which I think is quite nice. It shows that, the American part of the PGA Tour, some of them do get on.
They don't just try and like corral them together every 2 years.
Everyone doesn't hate each other. There's some good friends there.
Yeah.
And similar to the Rory saying Scott should try it on mallet, this might have the rest of the tour hating Xander Schauffele for teaching Justin Thomas how to putt again.
Solved a problem that is going to mean problems for everyone else now.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he goes on and wins again this year, Justin Thomas?
I mean, it looks likely. I mean, he's striking. Oh, okay. He's striking it as well as he has ever done. And like the short game has been the issue. The putting has been poor. His bunker play especially has really dropped off. What used to be one of the best bunker players on tour, and he even hit some really whiffy ones around RBC, which, as a course, every time I watch this event, and going helps a lot, you just forget that you look at 18 and then you look at the rest of the golf course and it is just not the same thing. It's so different, but it's so tricky, it's so tight, it's so methodical. You have to plot your way around, and you can hit good tee shots, but you're blocked out by a tree that's hanging 40 feet over the fairway. Yeah. So to win round there is obviously a very impressive ball striking feat. And you would assume that if he can continue to take that form into the events going forward, there's no reason why he can't win again.
He beat Novak. He beat in the playoff as well. Because I didn't have time to watch a lot of this, but the golf I watched, Novak hit, like, it's a tight course. Like the few holes that I watched, like Novak hit about 42 trees and ended up in the fairway every single time.
Okay. Oh no, one of those.
Like, that didn't happen to us.
No, it didn't.
These tour players just get lucky. I reckon they'd like turn the trees a little bit when the tour comes.
Little angles, yeah.
But no, as far as the course goes, like it's definitely one. If you do have the opportunity to play, you need to play, because it's such an unusual contrast between that and the courses that they normally play.
Yeah.
Like, normally it's long, not wide open, but there are some courses where, you can just bomb it and then gouge it out. This is a pretty old-fashioned, super narrow, a little bit shorter, and requires a different type of game. And I think kind of Justin Thomas, if you picked a course for someone to win at, like Justin Thomas, because the reason Justin Thomas is so good is because he does have the length, he has the power. But you can also imagine him plotting his way around that golf course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from the video, from the footage of the tournament and from our video, you can see how tight it is. Does that mean that players who are like less straight, not necessarily, miss the fairway, but less straight, will do worse around a course like that because there's just so much going on? Like someone like Minwoo Lee doesn't necessarily hit it pretty straight. He hits like a big, lots of shape. Akshay Bhatia, a lot of shape. Like, would someone like that struggle around that course?
For sure, tight? Yeah. I mean, it's more difficult to kind of, if you want to hit a big fade, take Akshay, for example. If you want to aim even outside right of the fairway, there's probably a tree hanging in the way. It's hard to be able to really shape shots. So like you say, yeah, like that straight ball flight definitely plays into advantage for
Wyndham Clark,
yeah.
Exactly. He's the other example.
He doesn't play.
But
no. He's like, I'm not doing that.
I think doing it. On the flip side of that, to kind of show an example of someone who would be, is like a Brian Harman, because he's not the longest in the world, but he can keep it straight and putts well, and he had a good week this week.
Yeah,
it does play into Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh God!
Hey!
Speaking about putting,
the boy can putt now.
Happy
the boy
learned,
can putt
Happy
now.
learned to putt.
He's
Right.
put a new Spider Tour X in the bag.
Right.
He's put some funny lines, lots of little lines across the front of the face.
Yeah.
Right.
The boy can putt.
Right.
I was looking on Data Golf.
Right.
He gained so many
bad.
strokes in putting this week.
Right.
Compared to in the Masters, he was like
compared to his previous
Yes,
performances.
yes.
Yeah, I
But-
imagine
but
so.
I mean, he's
he
back to
needs
normal now.
But now he continues to tee to green. Never been a problem. Now he can putt. He's going to get up there this year. We said it, didn't we? This year he's going to win his PGA Tour event. It's going to happen.
One.
Yeah, one. It's going to happen. Well, he needs to win. He's only going to got any, so
Yeah.
we'll be.
Yeah, he's.
He hit some good putts. Like you.
No, but he always does. That's the problem.
Yeah, but this was different. This
but they
this
never
felt
got
different.
there. They never got
this
there.
felt different. He hit some good putts.
It wasn't a roll and hope. It was more like a this is going in the
Yeah,
hole.
he
Some
he
wax.
looks good. He looked good
He
with
always
the.
looks good.
Oh yeah,
He's
no, I know
gorgeous.
that, but he just with the mallet and the claw, he just looked. Yeah,
Okay. Listen, I've like Fleetwood is now turned into like my new Rory. Like I don't want to keep investing hope.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't want to keep investing hope, but eventually it's going to happen. Like he's way too good for it not to. But yeah, man.
Either way, I was so happy to see that news when I saw the little picture of like what's in the bag this week, and he had it. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes.
We'll see. Did you see her? By the way, obviously, FootJoy are a partner of the channel. And did you see the Justin Thomas switch over to the Hyperflex?
Yeah. He
Pick up
said,
the Hyperflex.
said once I tried them, I
Honestly.
couldn't take them off.
It is one of those things where that must be like a dream. It must be for the guys in the marketing team at FootJoy. They're like, right, okay, so switching over to Hyperflex, okay, like what can we do around it? Okay, it's always been like Premier Series Classic kind of thing. So switching over to this, we'll do this whole kind of interview with him. You know, let's hope he, switches into him properly, starts to play well, do all that advertising, wins.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God, they must have been, they must have sprinted.
Beside themselves.
the
Yeah.
Christmas party was early at FootJoy HQ.
I reckon everyone got the message on like Sunday afternoon. So get into work. We need to plan for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was like when. Do you remember when Rose went from TaylorMade to Honma,
Yes.
and he won the week after he went to Honma, and he got to world number one,
Yep.
and then
That was it.
that was it.
Yep.
Yeah. Then.
God, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah,
Honma.
I always remember that because it was like such a big change. And he won. It was like, oh my God, what the hell's just happened?
Yeah.
And then he like
Nothing.
quit Honda after like a year.
Doesn't Andy Cotter? No, I know Andy Cotter has a Vega iron in the bag at the moment.
Oh,
Doesn't
it's
he?
horrendous.
Was it bad?
So bad. It looks like a Fisher Price club. It's
Sorry, Vega.
It's just, I mean, listen, take this with a pinch of salt. Obviously, sponsored by Titleist now, best clubs in the world. But that is trash.
Don't
And
think they're going to
the
be
thing-
taking this quote for their marketing.
The thing is, like, he insisted. Well, he brought it out in Dubai, and he hit a few shots with it. And the scene out of Anchorman.
Was it like a 2-iron or like a what is
Yeah,
it?
it was like a 2-iron, basically.
Yeah.
And do you know the scene out of Anchorman when he's putting on the Sex Panther?
Yeah.
And Ron Burgundy's like, I'm not going to lie, that smells like pure gasoline. I was like, he was hitting some of these shots, and I was like, I was trying to be supportive. I was like, Carl, I'm not lying. That is, they go nowhere. And the ball fight is horrible. Like, what are you doing? It's like, no, I like it. I really like it. And then he brought it out to Scotland. It was just as crap. So I don't know if he's taking it out. I'm not saying that club is crap, but it was crap for Carter.
Yeah.